Wow, 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 wow. Can you just, are you all fired up? Did you learn today? Can you put some emojis there to appreciate our third and final facilitator this morning? Can you show some appreciation? Okay, 777. You know, I said 777 because normally 7 is a number of perfection. Thank God we're all believers here. Okay, and that's why I asked for us to put three sevens to show the perfect delivery of each of our facilitators. Yes, you can clap, you can send some sevens, you can send some fire emojis quickly. Okay, thank you so much, Pastor Ron. Okay, awesome. So it's open session now for Q&As, okay? And I hope you've been noting down your points and things that came into your mind like during the sessions. So it's been an awesome time. I've learned a lot. I have learned a lot myself, and great. So it's time for questions. If you could just, we could just put some questions on the chat directly. If it's specific, if it's specific to any of the facilitators session, you can just put attention to them, and then we can take it from there.
Sorry, can we also state our questions directly?
Okay, fine. Why not? That's true.
So
okay, that's true. Why
not? First of all, thank you to our facilitators. We really enjoyed our time. I really didn't know my battery was going to last this long, but thank God it did. Okay, so my question is not particularly directed at any of them, so they may each have something to contribute. So my question is, how can you give back value to your mentor? Because in a relationship, it's a give and take thing, so that you won't look like a parasite and you won't look as if you are only trying to sap something from them. What are the ways that you can also give back value to your mentor, make a
Excellent question.
Okay, I mean, I think any one of our facilitators can just feel free to go. Thankfully, we've been able to manage our time and we have good time on our hands. So please, let's be free to milk and max it as much as possible to get the maximum value from it.
Hello?
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, so let me attempt this. So giving value, first, I think the first value you can give is your show of appreciation. At no time should your mentor feel that you are taking him or her for granted. Whatever you do or whatever communication that has that effect, you must really correct. So the first thing is your mentor must always have that assurance that you appreciate what he is doing. That is the first value. Now to real literal value, I think that will come largely out of your observation. For example, depending on the kind of mentor, there could be a lot of gap in social status. So it might not be very convenient for you to show value in form of gift or something, but of course, you might still be able to do something small that is a token of appreciation. But largely, I would say you observe very well as you are learning by verbal communication, also when you are around your mentor, observe needs that you can feel. It might just be something you can spend your time to do, or relieve him a bit. Maybe he's struggling to write an article and you know you can do it. You can relieve him a bit in his work. I think that will go a long way, but largely it depends on the kind of person. So it will depend a lot on your ability to observe, particularly when you are around him. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Motosho. Yeah, does our lady Lola want to give a go at this, please, quickly? Hello, Madam Lola.
Hello, I'm here.
Okay, ma.
Yes, I am. Well, he has actually nailed it on the head. It's very important that you give value, but how can you do that? You need to actually observe, actually know those things that would be of value even to your mentor. It's not everybody that you can raise money to say, I want to buy something for. There was a year one of my mentees brought hamper for me. Though small, but you know, I really, really appreciated it. So I think it's to know exactly what will be of value. It could not even, it may not even be gifts. It may just be time to accompany the person for maybe a function, or play with the children, anything that you think based on your relationship would actually be of great value at that time. So it's more of knowing exactly what your mentor might need and being able to just do something in your own little way. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have a question from Brother Michael Ajibulu, whose question is, please, is it possible to have a mentor who does not know you? That is, who's one whose life you pattern yours after, but who you seek mentorship through books, tapes, video sessions, and such. There are certain mentors who seem far up there, unreachable. Will such followership of such a person be tagged mentorship? Hello, Saz and Maz. Did you get the question, or should I repeat it?
Yes, I got the question.
Okay, sir.
So yeah, I would consider it a passive mentorship, because awesome. like Brother Yemi said, any question you can find in the book of your mentor, don't ask him. So if my way of following somebody or learning from someone is through his materials, yes, I can say he is my mentor, even though he might not know me. Maybe someday we will meet. Someday the opportunity to meet physically or have a bi-directional relationship would work. But at the moment I'm learning, the most important thing is that I'm learning from him. So I will consider it mentorship.
Thank you, sir.
Can I make an input to that? And I don't want it to be seen necessarily as a contradiction, but I'm just thinking if we might look for another diction to capture that kind of a mentor, that kind of a passive mentor. Because in a sense, strictly speaking, you should be able to have, mentorship. I think from what has been discussed so far, should be a two-way thing. So I'm thinking of another word like model, a role model. I don't know if we have words around that, because I may see somebody as a model, as a role model in business, in life, in ministry, what have you. But that relationship of a role model is essentially one way, from me, the person, to that role model, but not necessarily from the role model back to me. So that's why I'm thinking if we may use another term to describe such a relationship where you glean, you gain wisdom and insights from books, from tapes, from observing that person from a distance. What will you say, Bimbo?
Yeah, so that was why I said passive mentorship, without going into the technical definition of what mentoring is. Yeah, right. I agree with you. It is a two-way thing, an active thing. Even if it is by mail or by phone conversation, there should be that contact. But in case where that is impossible, what is essential is that you are learning. So that was why I qualify it as passive. So, but if we really want to be true to the definition of that word mentorship, yes, it has to be both ways.
Okay.
Okay, let me just also put a word. I also want to agree with both parties. It's passive. However, I would want to call it a role model. I have people that I learn from very far away. They don't even know me, but I learn from them. So we can say yes, it's very, very passive in terms of mentorship, and we can say that's role modeling. However, of course, like we've all agreed, and there has to be that active contact based on relationship where you can ask questions. But yes, we can learn from people. It's also a way of mentoring, even though if it's not, if there's no contact, we can just call it very passive, like Bro said, passive mentorship. But I would say, okay, role modeling. It's important that when we pick mentors at a particular point in time, we should be able to, have a contact with them. Thank you.
Okay, can I add something to that, please? Hello, can we hear me?
Who are you asking?
I am, but if any other person wants to say something, it's my job to let every other person speak. I will have to defer to them. That's what I have to ask. Okay, sir. So I think also, we are Christians, and this is also a Christian initiative. So I think Bro Bimbo mentioned, also chipped in a word called discipleship that we're all familiar with. Okay, and so this is also where it begins to be important to differentiate between the business concept of mentoring, the world concept of mentoring, and the biblical concept of mentoring, and which also we can apply to this business, our own, like a Christian business definition. And that will immediately dissolve that difference, or those play on words, passive, active, one way, mutual, because once we say discipling, a discipleship relationship, it's two-way. It's exactly what the world calls active mentoring. Whether it's in business, normally we use it for spiritual things, okay? But really, a mentoring relationship is someone being discipled relationally, because there has to be relationship, there has to be feedback. So the passive one, so an author, a role model, a writer, a speaker that I love in relationship, in spiritual, in business, he has no way of, there's no means for me to give feedback. There's no way for me to also learn some things like Bro Brimbe mentioned. I don't know the environment and other things, the context in which they've applied those wisdom. And sometimes it's good to have knowledge, but sometimes you also can be at a loss on how to apply it, or it can take you a while to figure out exactly how to apply it, which is wisdom. And for that, sometimes there are some things that you can't be taught. You just have to be in a relationship with the person to just see it. You might not even know you are learning it. It will just rub off. It will just sink into you just by being around them and having this back and forth engagement. So I think once we say, okay, just for the sake of that discipling in business is really discipling, like spiritual discipline. And then, of course, there are also other forms of mentorship these days, like virtual mentors. There are people that even have have it as a business where you don't even see them. I mean, they mentor you over the phone. They are not living in the same area with you, in the same city, and even in the same country. So there are all kinds of categorizations and nomenclatures that we can come up with. But I think the one word that really can help us to differentiate and cut it into, because some people will tell you they are spiritual mentors and they don't know the spiritual mentors, and the spiritual mentor doesn't know them. And they will say they have somebody that is discipling them. Even we have even used the word's definition of mentorship to redefine that of the church now. Some people will tell you they have a mentor that is their spiritual father or their discipler, and the person doesn't know them. They just right. they just adopted the person as a role model, and they are calling the person a discipler. Yeah, thank you. So over to our convener, Brother Timidayo. If there are no further questions.
No, there should be. Let's ask if there is still one more question before we do the final wrap up.
Okay.
We still have like 10 minutes we can use to deal with one more question. Or should I say that, do we feel that we have sufficiently covered this topic? So our facilitators can also now look into their notes. Maybe there's an area they felt that was not touched upon and they would like to touch it within 2-3 minutes. Do we have any closing remarks, closing thoughts on this topic from Lola or from Bimbo? All right. I just want to assume that there is nothing more to add for now. Okay. Well, thank you very much. It has been a richly rewarding time. Thank you all for coming. The beautiful thing about this is that we will definitely be posting this online. This will be available on our YouTube channel. And we will capture snippets from these 3 presentations and we'll be posting on our Facebook page regularly from time to time over the next 1 month. You know, perhaps once in every 3 days or something, we'll capture some of the things we have discussed here and put it out there so that others can benefit from it. Thank you so much once again, first of all, to our facilitators for excellent delivery. This stuff are the kind of things that people pay good money for, you know, and they have been delivered to us free of charge. We want to say thank you. The knowledge that they passed to us this morning, they didn't obtain it free of charge. They learned it over the years. It was experience, it was knowledge that they acquired over the years, and they have delivered it to us. And that's the beautiful thing about platforms like this. So thank you very much to Lady Lola, Icon of Fragrance, to Mr. Omotosho, and to Ron Omotunde. Thank you so much, three of you. Thank you to Anchorman, Mr. Charles Esene, also one of our facilitators. I'm sure very soon it will be taking one of these sessions. By the grace of God, this virtual business clinic will be coming up hopefully more often this time around. At least we'll be having it once a quarter. The organization or the academy is called New Nation Business Academy, and we run this virtual business clinic quarterly. But apart from this virtual business clinic, we also have the academy proper. The first module which we had, the Build to Last entrepreneurial course, happened in June, and the next module that we are having will be coming up next month, November, or if not November, then very early in January, by the grace of God. But I'm sure that all of us that are on this webinar have registered. We have your emails. In case you have not registered, we will really need to have your email so that we can communicate to you. So kindly send to us your direct email address to newnationbusinessacademy@gmail.com. newnationbusinessacademy@gmail.com, so that we can share with you information in regard to the next entrepreneurial course that we'll be having. It's a 3-day intensive entrepreneurial course starting from Friday evening and runs to the early hours of Sunday. We will be camping. And the first module was a brilliant success. And I believe that this module 2 also will be another glorious event. So let's look forward to it. And I am very sure that this will be the needed rungs, you know, the rung of a ladder, the needed rungs that we can actually climb upon in order to attain our entrepreneurial goals. So once again, God bless you, and the Lord will continue to empower you to be a success story in your entrepreneurial endeavors. Having said that, I think it is a convenient time to, okay, just before I close the webinar this morning, I will also want to mention, please, just to set the record straight, that even though we have, I wouldn't even want to make that distinction, as it were, the distinction of whether we are Christians or not. Basically, it's supposed to be for everybody. The New Nation Business Academy, the webinar, the virtual business clinic is open to all and sundry. So there is no religious discrimination of any kind. As long as you are an entrepreneur, either emerging or aspiring, you just have a dream to start something on your own and to be a success in that area, you are welcome to glean, to learn, and to benefit from the resources that are available on this in the academy. So I'm saying that because it is possible that some of us have used certain words, said certain things that may give it an appearing that this is, oh, this is just for Christians. No, it is for everybody. No matter your persuasion, your religious inclination, your political leaning, whatever, it is for everybody who has a desire to be a success story in entrepreneuring. So I just felt that record needs to be set straight. So please join us on our Facebook fan page. You can just go to the Facebook fan page and search out for New Nation Business Academy, and then you can follow us. That is another way to link up, and then you will get information regarding the next Built to Last entrepreneurial course that will be coming up hopefully in a month from now. And I'm sure that you will find it very, very resourceful and useful. Once again, thank you so much, and God bless you. Thank you all for coming. Thank you to our facilitators once again. And I wish you the very best of your remaining weekend. God bless you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you, our facilitators. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Brother. Meeting. See you all soon.
All right.
Hopefully in November.
Yes. All right then. Goodbye.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye, sir.